Hello, hello, everybody. Let's have some fun today. There we go. So now that I'm up and running, all these things pop up. How is everybody doing today? Say hi if you're there, so I know you are hanging out with me. Dun 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 dun. Mm-hmm. Where are you? Ta-da. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, did they change things again? Jeez. Jesus. Jeepers. Oh my God, come on. Press a button. You got to go here, to go there, to go here, to go there. Oh, yeah. Post. Post. Here we are. Post. Going live. Everything shut off. So we'll just set the phone somewhere. Right there. So how is everybody? Hi. Say hi if you're here so I know you. Ooh, there we go. All right. So I usually have been going live from my craft shows because I've been crafting so much. Trying to get things, keeping up, with things. So I thought today we were going to do a church wreath. I sold my other one. So this is a different one. The other one was narrow and I did it on an oval one. Hello, Miss Janet. So I thought today we would do this one, and hopefully you can see this. Whoops, where's the camera? It lights up. Dun, dun, dun. The battery pack is right in the back there. What I did for this one, I put half of a pipe cleaner. I stapled it, made sure it was going through the thicker part of the wood. This one, because this is kind of thin. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but I didn't want it to go through and show on the other side. So I used half a pipe cleaner because we're going to do it in this baby today. And I'm going to put it right in the middle. And I just realized my side camera is not here. Come here, side camera. Let's move you. You know what's going to happen? My bow maker is going to get all caught in there. So without further ado, let's go. All right. So we're going to use this church. We're going to put it in here. I decided to use some of these berries. It was frosted and everything. And we're going to kind of break it apart. And I think for the bow, the last one I did the bow at the bottom. And I'm going to do the same thing, the bow hanging down here. Because since my church is in the middle, I don't think a bow off to the side would go. I could stick this off to the side if I wanted to, but I don't think that's going to work for this church. So let me put this somewhere where I'm not going to bang it up. So I had already started pulling this. This wreath base came from, Micheals. Whatever year. I buy things at the end of the year. So I already had started fluffing it up before I came on, just so that it would not take as long a time. It is a double ring. I don't know if you can see that. There's two rings here. So it is a double one, so it has a lot more depth to it than just a single one that lays flat. So we may... Let's see how this looks. It's not going to fit in between the two. So it's going to sit kind of on the inner one a little bit. And that's how we're going to put it in there. Just like that. Oh, that's going to look pretty nestled in there. All right. So stay right there. So again, we're going to take these. Actually, I could just pull these right off. Couldn't I? I don't want to because it's not... At the top, it would come off at the top. So we're going to cut a bunch of these right off of here. Just pull that as long as we can. And I got my glue pot already going off to the side here. And if you guys can't see, I got my ribbon. Look on my mesh roller. Yoo-hoo! Easy place to do instead of stacking it all up on your table. So keep that in mind. I know Susie's running a promotion right now, Susie's Wreath and Things. So go over there. I posted it on my page before. Oh, did I not even come out? I'm talking. I don't even know if you could see me. Hi, Luann. How are you? I put the camera and I forgot to change it up. So you guys, I was talking to myself. So we're just going to cut a whole bunch of these. Because I don't need any. I had different pine needle type things. But I didn't see any that would work with this. They were either too long, just not the right style, if you want to call it that. And so we're going to go ahead and do this. Let's cut this baby up. Now these are push-ups too. So that's why I wasn't cutting it all the way, you know, just pulling them off. So I can push it up and it makes it more fuller. So that's why I was cutting the stems long right now until I decide how I want this. And we're going to need a bunch of these. Ooh, let's pull that. They would just tack together there. So, this one has a lot of berries on it. And there we go. I do have more behind me if I need to get some more. I left my little bin open. All right. So some of your picks you can use this and you can just wire them, you know, turn it around and do it. I'm going to use the glue gun in this just because I want to. I want to glue it up, y'all. Those have more frosting on them. So I'm going to put the berries, these little berries, off to the side. These just have greenery on them. And let's get this show on the road. This may go kind of quick. We'll see how long it takes me. Don't time me, y'all. Do not time me on this. Because you know, if you do that, I'm going to be stuck. I'm going to make this my top, I think. No, I can't. I don't like this one side. Because this one piece is twisted weird on it. So there we go. There we go. Just have to sometimes figure it out. Because I'm dealing with 2 rings. That's why. All right. I think that's pretty much fluff. We can fluff it out as we go. I just pull them straight up, y'all. And then as I go, I can reposition them. But I just want to make sure that everything is going okay. Nothing's kind of tied behind it. You know how they wrap around sometimes. And that's all that it is. And I think we're back to the beginning, basically. Woohoo! Now you can put deco mesh in here. You can use ribbon and, you know, make poof kind of things. You can do whatever you want. But me, I'm doing this. And actually, I think I'm going to put my church in first. Because then I can work my greenery around it. So I'm going to sit it kind of on this one bar. Or it's actually going to be a little bit below it. Or on top of it, I should say. A little bit. Yeah, it's going to sit right on top there. And right on top of here. Let me flip this over. And what can I stick underneath to hold the church up? Will that work? Yep. Nope. The styrofoam that fell on the floor would have worked. Always that way. So here I use, like I said, a half a pipe cleaner. I'm just going to tack it in just a little bit. Make sure that's where I want it all. Same up here. And I'm going around the wire frame in case you guys can't see. There's a 2 wire frames here. And I want my greenery not behind it. Oopsie. All right. Let's go. All right, we'll cut those off later. Let's put the heart away because we don't need that. Put my greenery. I want it like it's sitting. See how it's like sitting on the greenery? All right, is it greenery piece behind here. No, we don't want you behind. You see, you can just pull your greens and bring it so it looks like it's nestled in the woods there, so to speak. Alrighty. Time to decorate. Now again, I'm going to take these and I'm going to push them up. Let me fix this one. Now this one doesn't have anything up top here. So what I'm going to do is just take the pliers because I don't want it to come off. I'm just going to bend it back and clip it down. That's so when I push this up, they don't come flying off, or for the customer, it doesn't come off. My other pliers are in my other room. So I'm using these tiny ones. There we go. So when I push it up, see, it won't come off. Trick of the trade. Trick of the trade. And let's rotate these a little bit. Now I don't need these very long, just enough to go in here. And this will grab onto it. Pull my trash can a little closer. And I got my glue pot right here. And all we're going to do is start sticking these in. And like I said, I got a bunch of these, so I got more. And then you let it just sit for a little bit, and then you want to go back and you want to pull it to make sure it doesn't come out, because you want it to grab onto something in there. Nothing would be hard, or not so nice, I guess, if you could pull it out and it comes right out. That wouldn't be fun. Let's put some berries. Oh, this is a green one. This one has a lot of berries. Let's stick some berries in there. This one has 3 things on it. There we go. Let me turn my phone upside down so that doesn't... Every time it lights up, I'm seeing it, so that's just kind of rude. There we go. I don't know which way I want the berries facing. That way? That way. Now, trick of the trade too. There is a little piece, barely you can see a little piece of white. And what you can do is just take a red marker. They must have been stuck together. And you can do that. And then poof, be gone. It's gone. So let's see. I got 4 piles of berries. Remember, I'm not gonna put anything directly in the center here because my bow. Let's put some berries over here on this side. And make sure I don't drip it on the church. There we go. Some more berries. There we go. That's better. Ouch, that glue is hot. Ooh, hot tamales. Hot tamales when you do the glue. Oh, gosh. So what is everybody doing today, huh? Y'all just hanging out, chilling at home. Today it's been cold. I had my UGG boots on. I had my jacket on, my hat on. I was cold, y'all. It was cold outside. So today I said, okay, that's it. I'm done outside today. Today is going to be crafting day. Look at how it's starting to fill up. Just with the berries. Just with the berries. Oops. I have to clip that first. And this is a really easy project to do. You can use whatever type of material that you want. Did something fall in there? Got some more. Ouch. Ouch. Should have my hot fingers on. Me hot fingers. And then as you do it, you can start seeing where you need to fill in more. I did basically on the top. So now I can take some of my greenery and I can go around and I can start filling in. Okay, I like the way that one stayed. There we go. Kind of the outside a little bit. Get in there. There we go. So look how pretty that looks so far. I had a couple of pieces of these left over from another project. So I thought, why not? We can stick these in here. Just take off little pieces of it and just stick them wherever I want. And it's just like another little berry thing in there. It's like a fern of some sort. And so I never throw anything away, or I sometimes do. But this is just a little something in there to help as a filler. Let's say fuller. Ooh, glue is hot when you hit it on your fingers, y'all. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. Now, I will admit, I'm just one of those people too. I sometimes take the whole thing and I stick it in, which is okay. Save some of these little ones, maybe stick in the bow. It's okay to do that as well. It just depends what you're creating, what you're making. I'm going to look to see where I got some here, 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 here. I think maybe right here. And that's just a little something. I'm going to save these little sprigs and do the bow. So far, look at that. Look how quick that was, or is. Oh, that's what it was. It was a little berry that fell. There we go. All right. So let's get to our bow. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Wait. Had it in the bag. Because this one's more brown. I do have one in white. And I wanted to see. Now, this was left. I had these from another project. And I wanted to see if I stuck these in here, how that would look. I don't want to glue these yet. Because this is more like a woodsy, so to speak. I kind of like that. What do you guys think? With the, it's like to give you the illusion of like a birch tree. I do kind of like that. Do you guys like it? I know there's only a couple of you watching, so just say hi when you come in. Let's see. Oops. And then that gives it a whole nother effect. I do kind of like that. You know, it's like, again, I say I save some things and then it works out for another project. Hey, Christy. Ooh, was the light, those lights on your camera? No, there's lights on here. Let me hold it up. So watch the church lights up. But these are not lights. These are, oh, I don't have my other light on. I'll put it here. Maybe that might help make it a little bit brighter in here. So I thought we'd stick these guys in here. Oh no! Okay, y'all, I posted a picture of on my page here a little while ago, and I was sitting in my living room, and all of a sudden my security camera went off outside, and you know, for our front door, and I was just like, well, what the heck? And I'm looking, and there's these lights. It looked like fairies, and I was just like, what the heck? So my husband had just come in from being outside. So I asked him to look at it, and he looked, and he was just as complex as I was at what it was. So since it was a live feed and it was happening right then and there, we went ahead and went outside and looked, and you can see it up in the sky. So what we think it was is that somebody, you know, like they have those big searchlights, and somebody was flashing them up in the sky, which technically for right where I live, it's illegal because we live so close, you know, to the main capital and everything. So it's, you're not really supposed to be doing that. So I don't know. I don't know how long it went on for, but when I saw it on my camera, it looked like little fairies dancing up in the sky. And I was just like, what the heck? All right, so I'm going to switch cameras. You guys tell me if you like this idea or not. Oops, because this one I can show you better. Now, of course, we don't have the bow in there yet. So by putting these little funky little things in there, what do you guys think of those? Do you like them or not? Is the question. Oh, again, I switched the camera and I forget to switch it back to you guys. All right, there we go. Can you see it now? So do you like it with these little spriggy things in there? I always forget which way to turn the camera. Yeah, like a Batman light for sure. I kind of like them. What do you guys think? Oops. I just thought they'd be kind of fun sticking in here. Lovely, Miss Christie says. Well, thank you, Miss Christie. I think I'll put them in because it just adds another dimension to it. So I think I'll keep them. I have some shorter ones I can stick further down, and also now the only thing is when you do these is to remember where you took it out so you can put it back in that same spot. Oh, that's always the thing. I try to mark it with my hand, but that doesn't always work. I do kind of like those in there. Carolynne, you've done good, girl. I'm cutting off these little pine cones. I can glue them in somewhere if I would choose to, because these ones down too far, you're not going to see it. Ouch. That glue hurts. Oh. See, I'm just kind of tucking it in there. Oh, if I stop putting glue on my fingers, that would be great. This one into, okay. Going to glue this one in. Smile. Hello, thank you, Miss Christy. Appreciate the love. Yeah, you guys see in the bottom down there? Like, follow, share. So my hair is really flat and weird today because I did go shopping and I had a hat on because it was cold out. And if I take it off, I get hat head. So it goes, and I'm like, it's not worth it to go ahead and redo my hair, you know, halfway through the day. So I'm just going to take some of these extra pieces here that were loose and just twine them together. The reason why I'm making this one too is that I have a church event this weekend, craft show. And I thought this is going to be perfect. Okay, why can't I get you in there? Ouch. 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 Why won't you go in? I want you to go right in there. Hello, Mr. Branch. Get in there. There we go. Ooh, I got glue. There we go. Oh, let me switch. I'm sticking it in, and now I held it up so you could see it and talking about my hair, and now you can't really see what I'm doing. Silly me. Here we go. I was trying to get this one in here, and it wouldn't go in. I finally got it in. Ooh, gosh. And these have, you know, some pliability to them. Oh, gosh, that hurt. I broke a nail. It broke too far down. All my nails are breaking. Just the winter time, I guess. All right, so that's what it looked. Oh, I actually glued it to the table. That's why. When I stuck the thing in there. So you definitely want to make sure that if they're coming through on the other side. So let's take a peek. I do have two that are sticking out here. So I'm going to push them back. And I'm going to take one of these greeneries and just kind of wrap it around that. Grab one. Come here, one. Give me one. This one. And that way it won't, one, you won't see it and it won't hurt the person's door. Oh, there's one down here too. What are you? Let's tuck you. Grab one of these. There we go. Voila. Fixed. All right. So before we put anything more, let's get the bow going. Okay. So with my bow. All right. So, oh, did I bring my bow dabber in here? I thought I did. Somebody asked me to use my bow dabber, and I didn't bring it in. I could have sworn I did. So this is your bow dabber. Bow dabber has the slit. Okay, going down the sides just like this. They have it also going this way, so you can put your pipe cleaner or whatever going this way. So think of this as the bow dabber. And let's decide on what we're going to do. I'd like to put this one. I'm taking these off because I don't know what I want to do yet. So I want to pull them off. I was just thinking of doing just those two on there. me just take them off my thing so I can decide. I have a little piece of this left, and maybe sticking this on top, you know, of the bow, just because it's my remnants. I want to get rid of it. And let's put all these back on here for right now. I thought of using this, but I don't want so much gold in this one. I mean, this is a lot of gold, but this, I think, tones it down, these two colors. And if I just put this has the little like dots on it on the, I'm going to put this in my glue pot. It has little dots on it, which kind of reminisces or pulls off of that one. So I'm going to use this as my base. Oops. On this one. How long do I want my tail? We're just going to go 10 inches on that. And I think I'm only going to make my bow 5 inches on each side. Now, if you have a bow dabber, I swear I bought my bow dabber in here. You don't have numbers here. So I pick a number on my board, and then I'll use that as my guide as far as how big I want my bow to be. So if I have my glue pot. So let's say I set my pins on 20 and I want a 5-inch bow. So I'm going to go to 15. And that's how you could do the bow dabber. Really wish I had it in here. I really do. So we're going to do 3 loops of this on the bottom here. My game pattern would be what we call a 3-2-1. Which means 3 on the bottom, 2 in the next row, and then 1 on top. Lost my train of thought there for a minute because I was counting my my bow. All right. So see, I didn't want these too long. I'm going to dovetail these this time because I didn't want them too long hanging down from the wreath. Ready? Put this back. Put it back over here for now. Now you can use this. Actually, I'll do it on here so I can show you. Hopefully you can see. So say I have my ribbons up here. Now because I have my junk in here, there is a ruler here, and you can put your ribbons underneath it as you pull it down. So I'm just, whoops, going to pull this across. Now I have to make a fake tail, false tail, because this is a pattern ribbon that goes up and down. So I'm going to make this just a little bit shorter than this other one, which means I'm cutting the church in half. Just so happens to be that way. Now you won't see the church. Oops, get back there. And I'm just going to leave a little piece of the tail hanging out right there. Did I do that right? No, I need the tail on this side. Wait a minute. I got myself crazy here. I did that backwards. That's funny. All right, we're going to hand do this part. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail here because my church will be upside down. I'm going to make this 4 inches, this loop. Again, you could do it this way. Slide it in. Yeah, this goes on this side. I was just like, wait a minute, I did that backwards. Yep. So, and I'm just going to bring this around because I am making 2 loops here, and I can put it right in. Here, if you shove it in your thumbs here, you don't cramp here. Again, making sure my loops are the same. I do have that tendency to make one loop bigger than the other. Always do that. I don't know why. All right. So actually all our churches are facing the same way on this. And you can measure it on the side here. You can pull it just whatever. Oops. Let me turn my bottom one up. There we go. And this one's going to be below the church. But the church's going to have its doors open on this cut. All right. There we go. Pull that bow open. That's going to be pretty. So let's just take just a little bit of this gold. And this is so it's three loops, 2 loops, and then we're going to do 1 loop. Let's see how long we can make this because I just want to use the whole ribbon up. And this is going to be 3 inches, this loop. Hey, oh my God, that will never happen again that I get them exactly even. Never again. These ones I'm going to cut on an angle because we'll curl these ones up. All right, that's funny that they came out exactly even. All right. So see, you can keep all your ribbons up on the rod here. There we go. All right, so let's get the tie in here. Oh, I don't want that. Now, what I did for the churches, as you saw, I used a brown pipe cleaner. Just because my green pipe cleaner was a little off in color. And I didn't want to use that to tie it in. Because I felt it would stand out more. The brown kind of blends in a little bit more. And we're going to stick a zip tie in here. Maybe. There we go. Pull it up just that much. Enough so you can start it. Okay, start it. There we go. Put it between your fingers like that when you turn it around. That out of the way. You can put your pipe cleaner in the beginning if you want to in there. But I always have a tendency to forget to pull it up. I'm going to pull it just a little bit tight, not all the way. Because what I want to do is make sure all my tails are where they should be. If your bow isn't cooperating, you can break it, as they call it, and just twist it at the bottom there. See, one comes up a little bit higher than the other. It never fails. There we go. And then when you have everything you think where you want it, pull your pipe cleaner really tight. And snip it off. Say poof, be gone. Oops. That's going to be our bow, y'all. Let's go ahead and bring our church back. We're going to put it right here at the bottom. So see what I was saying with this? Now, granted, if we have moved the church somewhere, you didn't want to put it up top because it would hide it. Or you could do a different type of bow. I didn't want to do it to the side of it. I just felt, for me, this was a better option. You may choose to do it however you want. You can do this on a grapevine. You do deco mesh. I just felt when I pulled this out that this was the first thing that screamed to me was to put it on an evergreen. Okay, I got one pipe cleaner. There we go. Tying it. Twist, twist, twist. And then you can go ahead and pull your bow out. I don't mind up here. Some people, you know, the bow is going to be like this. It's, for me, it's okay for this particular one because I want you to see the church more. If I drop the bow down more, then it would be angling down and you wouldn't see how pretty the bow is. So I'm just going to arrange these out like that. Now I'm not worried about this because I can just pull these in like this and that covers it. And then these we're going to curl up. The tighter the curl, the more loop you'll have. So see. And then these ones are just going to hang down. I'm going to leave them curled for, well, no, I better pull them down. So you can make it however you want. If you want a loose curl, more curly curl, you can't see that. Let me turn my camera on. So here are the curls. Let me do that again because you couldn't see that. So this is the pointed side that faces out. So I roll it. If you pull it from the inside, you can get a curl almost like that. If you pull it from the outside, you get the same effect. It's just the curls going, it's actually going in the same direction. Sometimes when I do it, it's like opposite. All right, so that's going to be your bow. So now let's get back to putting, I think we need some more stuff. So remember I saved those couple of those little green pieces. I think I have 2. So we're going to take these and we're just going to stick them in, you know, here. Actually, let me get one of these. Let me take one of these. Now this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it right off the stem. Oops, so you can see I'm pulling it right off. And you can take these and stick them in your bow. And one, it helps to bring your bow up. You know, whether you want to put it in the top of the bow, wherever you want to put it. You know, stick it in up top here. However you want. You can cut these leaves off to make it smaller if you want to. And just stick like 1 leaf in or 2 leaves in. So I'm going to stick, let's see where I want to stick them. Usually I stick them off on the side somewhere. This one has a lot, so we may trim this out. I don't know if I want to put it right down the middle. Berries can go down the middle. I think I like this just off to the side. Just a peekaboo. Peekaboo greenery. And you're just going to stick it all the way down to the base of your bow so that the ribbon lays on top of it. Let's do the same with this one. Stick this one on this side. So again, make sure that your bow is where you want it to be, because once it's glued, it's glued. Maybe I'll just use these. Just a little piece. See, that just adds a little something something to your bow. If you want to stick a piece in the middle, you can. There. Still have this one piece. Ugh, where can I sit you? Let's see. Where do we need something? I think right there. Okay, so I see kind of right here on the side, I have a little hole still. So I'm going to take some more of my greenery. Pull it off. And we'll bunch it up. Yeah, that's what that needs. Needs a little berries down here. That glue, I'll tell you. That glue. Oh, thank you, Claudia. Hi, Michelle. Oh, look, Michelle, you came up as Michelle. Yay, not Facebook user. Got this one little piece here, too. Thank you. Appreciate the love, you all. There's a berry right here in the church, and I keep thinking it's part of the bushel, and I keep wanting to pull it, and it's not. All right, glue strings, glue strings. Lots of glue strings. See them hanging. Oh, I needed something down here. I need some red berries down here. I need some red berries. There we go. I think I need some berries, or actually bushel here. There's a big hole right here. I'm sure you guys can see it. Now the hole is full. Yay. Still got this little dinky thing. Let's find you a home. Stick you right there. There you go. Oopsie. And I think up here, you need a little something, something. I'm going to pull that one off. Just going to stick that in there. Cool. All right. Claire, my name is showing up. Yeah. Showing up as Michelle. I don't know what you did to change it, but it works. Although I've gotten used to being a Facebook user person. All right. So I still have a bushel here. So what I'm doing, I just want to go around, and I see some holes. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to pull these apart because I don't want a whole bushel in some of these holes. I just need a little bit, and I'm going to fill it in. Hold on. I was going to show you it, and then I saw the holes when I picked it up. So see, I'm looking as I'm going here. See right there, there's a hole. Right here. Right there. Wait, you can't see because I'm looking at the other camera. Right there is a hole. I was showing you through the other camera here. So I'm just going to pull these apart and stick them in. This needs a little something here. And that's why I said what's nice about these, you can just pull them apart, leave, you know, these because you're just sticking them in here. see, holes, holes, holes. Or where I think it needs something. Ooh. Ouch. It's hot, y'all. It's hot. Oh, man. When it burns, it burns. Let me just say. All right. Oh, God. You guys can't see all this that's stuck on my fingers. All this. So you didn't do anything, but you showed up that way. That's okay. You got it. It worked. Oh, my gosh. I'm peeling my fingers off. All right. So let's turn it on. Let's have it all dark. Well, it's not going to be completely dark. But so you can get the effect, because I do have my window blinds open. But look how pretty. Isn't that pretty? Because my ribbons are all cockeyed. They're all up to the side. Hopefully that looks better. It's hard when I'm facing it away from me to fix my ribbons, y'all. Oh, I found something in my hair. So that's with it all lit up. That's kind of cool. Let me put the light back on so you can see it in the light. I like it. I think that came out kind of pretty. And it didn't take us long to do. So, and these you can bend back. If you don't want them sticking so far this way, they have wire in them. You can just bend them back a little bit if you want to do that. And more glue strings I see. There we go. Much better. There we go. Pretty, 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 pretty. Shut the light off. You know, you put these on at craft shows, the lights with the batteries, and you're like, cool. But you know what I need? I started these things about halfway up, and I just saw, thank you, Deb. Thank you, Michelle. I could come back and rewatch the sound. It's not working right again. Oh, thank you, Claudia. I appreciate that. Yeah, this will be on rewind. Also, go to my YouTube channel. You also see it there, too. I just realized down here, see, I stopped this right, and I have this gap here. Now I pulled all these cords up. Away cords. So I know I had some little scraggly pieces. So I think I'm just going to cut these down a little bit, because some of these are bigger bunches. And I don't want a big bunch. So it pays to save your extra pieces, y'all. I really don't remember what I had this on. That I had these, you know, little pieces from. I don't know if it was a wreath or what. So let me just go stick a few down here. And again, I'm twisting them just a little bit to hold them together. There we go. That makes me more happy. Oh, good. I was so glad to use these things. And, you know, it's like one of those things you open up a tote or something where you have a bunch of your Christmas stuff. I'm trying to move it so they... And I had them in this plastic bag because there were so many of them. Let me move it out of the way. There we go. They're probably all on the floor. So look. See, I needed that. I needed just a little something more down here. Because I had stopped it almost basically halfway and I didn't have any of these down here. Perfect. Like I said, you can bend them any way you want. Ah, yay. Now I can say it's complete. See, you guys didn't even see that, I bet. Each time you look at a wreath, when you stand far away and you put it up, and then you see, like, oops, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Let's fix that. Let me fix my bow since I squished that again. All right. All right, y'all. There's our wreath. Whoops. All completed. Yay. So this is going to go to a craft show this weekend. I also have the church in white, and I think I was going to do that maybe on a grapevine again. I'm not sure yet. I wanted to do this one because the other one I did was white. Oh, my hair is parting. Do that. And I hadn't done the brown church yet. So I wanted to make sure I got that done, and I thought it blended well with the ribbon and the choices here. So, all right, you guys. So that's it from NonnasNuttykrafts. All right. So I'm going to see you next time. Hopefully next time I'll put an earlier little bullet out saying I'm going live. I got these and I said, I have the time. Let's just go ahead and go live. So that's why I came on so quickly. So thanks again for coming to NonnasNuttykrafts. Check out my other videos on my posts here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.